site sits just feet from the first cemetery in Memphis. WRG's Shay Arthur gives us a look at the history of that area.
A corner lot at Lane Avenue and St. Jude Place in Uptown is busy with activity. The work site sits in the shadow of the internationally recognized Children's Research Hospital. Just after 7 Tuesday morning, Memphis police say workers here discovered a bone. Given the location of the site, it wouldn't be too shocking if it's a human bone. While construction is happening here, just yards away is where the first cemetery in the city was established back in 1828 by the 3 original landowners in Memphis. And you might recognize some of their last names: Andrew Jackson, James Winchester, and John Overton.
It's our history.
Judith Johnson is an architectural historian in Memphis. She talked to us about how the cemetery was established hundreds of years ago.
Mr. Winchester, Mayor Winchester, was kind enough to donate 11 acres of his property, since he owns so much of it, to be the city cemetery. And that at the time was the edge of the city. So everybody went out there, the wealthy and the poor, and all races and all religions. There was no separation there at the time.
But then, years later, yellow fever hit Memphis.
By the time the yellow fever plagues hit in the 1870s, people were going out there and vandalizing, and I've seen photographs of, them bowling with the tombstones and things. I mean, it was pretty sacrilegious. So after the yellow fever epidemic was over, they reinterred all of the bodies that they could find and moved them over to Elmwood.
Elmwood Cemetery in South Memphis, at that time on the other side of town. The well-known historic cemetery many of us know. It was established before yellow fever.
People would go out there on Sundays and visit the dead, and they would go and take picnics and spend the whole day at the cemetery.
Today, the former Winchester Cemetery is now Winchester Park, welcoming families with a big grassy lawn and playscape. But a few historical markers remind us of what was once here 200 years ago.
Any bones that you turn up now there are from when they just missed them when they moved, basically.
Johnson hopes for answers following this latest discovery.
It would be really cool if somebody could do forensics on that bone and find out if that person died of yellow fever, or if they died of scurvy, or if they lived to be an old age, and was it male or female.
For your news leader, Shay Arthur, WREG.